I'm coming to the teach-in because I don't really have all the information to make an educated decision, and when someone tells you that they're going to be giving a bunch of like mini lectures and full lectures, from basically noon till sunset, maybe even a little past, you're like, maybe this is the place to come. Maybe these are the people who actually have the knowledge I'm seeking. But actually, I like concrete numbers more than just, like, some people will say this and some people will say that, instead of like, fees are increasing 32%. Fees are increasing 9% this quarter. Something like that. Something that gives me something to base my opinions off of, instead of just like, you should be angry because of this, or you should not be angry because of this. You should go here, you should learn what they're doing, and then figure it out for yourself, and make the decision, and get a voice. No reason to be quiet. Anyway.
Because even though I'm graduating and leaving, I have a younger brother who's going to be entering the university pretty soon, in about a year or so. And I'm worried that he's going to be facing all of these costs that my parents, even with their two incomes, will not be able to afford. So this is a really serious issue. I mean, I want him to have the same opportunities that I had to get a good education so that he could find a good job. The budget cuts are already affecting me as an individual. I came here to UCSB as a freshman, and I remember I didn't pay any fees. I mean, it was all covered in my budget, and now I find myself having to work around 15 hours a week just so I can make rent and buy groceries. That doesn't even include like going out and having fun with my friends. And this is my last year. I'm not going to be able to enjoy it as much as I'd like to because my free time has been taken up with working and just trying to balance studying and working.
When you look at what's happened here in this country in the last few years, it's all been based on money, power, and greed. The UC is no different. And because this has been allowed for years, and everyone became complacent, from the 60s when everyone questioned everything, everyone was going for the jobs because there were jobs. And now the time is that there aren't any jobs. Students are graduating, going back home because there's nowhere to go. And so if this is what brings out the wake-up call or the cry for a change, well, then it's starting today.
I think it's important that everybody comes here who can, who is interested in our responses as a culture to an economic crisis, what we do, how we choose to proceed. And I'm afraid of the privatization and the routes that are being taken right now by the people who are, so to speak, in charge of it. And I think it's really important that students get involved as much as they can, and we are much more numerous than them, and that's the gist of it.
Because I am really concerned with the well-being of not only my education, but of the state and the world system in general. I recently was in Spain and saw this happening in Spain as well, where schools were being privatized, and basically the same thing is happening here, where education is just becoming a business. So I think we need to stop that and really just change the structure of our educational system here and make it a priority.
And I'm sitting on one of the student panels today at the Teach-In. It's called the UC 101 panel, and basically we are students that are giving our story about either how the budget cuts and proposed fee hikes affect us or will affect students, and we're telling you how it's going to affect you. So I just want everyone to come to the Teach-In to realize that everyone is affected by this, and not just low-income students or students who you think work. So yeah, I want everyone to come and learn about we're all in this, working on this together kind of thing.
I think that the most important thing is to get the message out, not only to the campus community, but to the community at large, that not only the University of California, but public education, K through infinity, is in a crisis situation right now. And if we don't act quickly to try to reverse this trend of underfunding education, we're going to be harming the entire state and therefore the economy of everything that we've built over the years here within the state of California.